Hey, welcome back to Branching Out. I hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year's coming up, I guess. But this is the tree I was talking about in my last video where this something had pushed it over, and I don't know if it's the wind or if it's animals, but there is a small burrow here. So we're gonna say it's a vole. I had that problem before, but again, I hate losing a good tree. So I kind of propped it up with these two little makeshift, they're just plastic. I use them for markers for the most part. They're for electrical fencing. But anyways, I have this, this is jalapenos from one of my gardens that I had let ferment in some water. So that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna pour that around here. Ooh, gross. And give her a little dose all around the tree and hope that that kind of deters whatever's biting this to come back. And I hope it doesn't attach itself to another tree. But other than that, that's what we're gonna do for this. We're gonna go back to the back tree line and keep working on clearing off that that back little hill and create our Hugo mound, or at least our first layer anyways. It'll just be all wood and sticks. We'll come back there and chop it some more. That's pungent. That really smells. So we're gonna get out of here. Let's get back to work, but that's what I'm gonna do for now and hope it works. So I don't even see why I'm keeping the whole thing. I'll just spread it all out. And again, hope, look, there's even some seeds in there. Maybe that'll grow there, who knows? But that's the best I can do for now. I'm not gonna use any poison because, you know, this is a permaculture farm, so I don't use anything that isn't organic or I couldn't catch myself. So I might have to get a steel trap out here and kind of lower the population. Other than that, let's get going. I got work to do. All right, also another thing I wanted to do before I jump back there was I have all these coffee grounds, and coffee grounds can deter small animals, mice, and a few other things. But hey, it's gonna do good here anyways as compost. And if not, and if I have to replace the tree, then that's what we're gonna do. But we're definitely gonna fill her all up there and get her all surrounded here because I just don't want them coming around. But we're gonna waste that whole bag. I got a lot more. I'm gonna have to spread that out today. And that's about it. So I'm gonna take care of that. And I'm not worried about the paper. It'll biodegrade. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Just coat it with some coffee grounds and see if that also deters them. From what I read online, it can deter small critters like voles, moles, and mice. So give that a try too. Can't hurt, right? Well, I was doing good, but my chainsaw, the muffler lost one of the bolts inside. It came loose. I'm gonna try and find it, but until I get a replacement, I won't be using it because it's really, really loud, and that thing just keeps getting worse and worse. So instead of making my saw worse, I'm gonna fix it before I use it again. But I still got a lot of cleanup to do. We got to get it all stacked in here and all the way down. So we're just gonna keep going. So stay with me, and I'll show you some of the progress as we go. And I got my trusty knee pads on here just to make it a little easier when I hit the ground. And I also forgot my safety glasses, so don't forget your safety glasses. It's important. Okay, let's get back to work. All right, as you can see, my chainsaw obviously broke down, so I was only able to get up to about this area here. So I went down the swale here and I pretty much cleared out everything. You can see a little brumble right in the middle, right there. And I need the chainsaw to kind of chop that up a bit, get some of these logs out, and then, you know, we'll let the winter go on some of this stuff here, and either this winter or next winter I'll come back and I'll cut this whole brush down. Like I'll just chop it up like a I don't know, like a loaf of bread or something. I'll just keep chopping little sections into it to drop it so it'll lower to the ground, so that it'll give time for it to break down. All of this stuff here, all these little brambles and all these little spiky trees and all that stuff, they're gonna get cut out with the brush cutter. I'll come back in here and I'll cut all that. And in most cases, it just kind of mulches in. So we'll just, some of the bigger stuff we'll throw in the pile, and the stuff we'll put on the ground. Okay, but you know, my week's not over yet, so stay tuned. We're gonna see what we're gonna get up to next. I'm gonna go enjoy some Christmas dinner tomorrow and the next day. So gonna get nice and fat, so I'm gonna have to find a way to burn it all off. So again, be safe, stay tuned. So we want to get back to work on the back tree line. All right, so we're back at the tree line here. It's a beautiful day. I forget how many degrees. It's like 8 degrees out. It's the 28th of December, and we're gonna continue with this backside. I have a lot of plans for this. A lot of blackberries on the backside, some gummy berries in the front, some fruit trees. I have some. I definitely have some stuff coming in spring. This is the time to start ordering your bare roots because they do run out fairly quickly. But yeah, that's what we're working on. We got pecans coming, which we'll be putting down at the far end. All the nut stuff all on one side to keep it kind of the ground the same and kind of be able to transfer from back and forth from each tree, whether it's the leaves or the nuts, the bark, whatever. But yeah, we're gonna start getting in here. We're gonna I tried to fix the chainsaw. We'll see how that goes. We're gonna take out some of these stumps, get them down into the piles, and yeah, then I'm gonna come back in with the bushwhacker and I'm gonna get some of this taller stuff down. Doesn't matter about this little grass stuff here. This doesn't matter too much. We'll cut that again in spring anyways. But some of this bigger stuff, it'll cut this stuff like no problem. And we're gonna leave all these branches on the ground here. It's like its own natural mulch. So all the leftovers will get put up in here. I wish I had a chipper, but I don't. So let's get started. It's not gonna do itself. So I did remember to bring my safety glasses this time. They're not on right now. I'll go get them in a second. But yeah, let's get started on that, okay? So as sweaty as I was getting, I had to put my hoodie on because the sweat and the wind and the cool wind is really bothering my ears. But we got this much done so far. I did kick the chain again. Again, it's just a matter of the angle, right? I don't usually kick a chain if I'm just felling trees. But yeah, we're just gonna go along here, maybe even cut out a couple more of these. And again, this will be my apple or fruit trees all the way down here. So lots more room. As you can see, I got tons of room here to put lots of fruit. So let's get back over there, cut some more. All right, here's the final stretch. Just got to clear out this little area right here, these little stumps. A couple over here, nothing major. And then try to get rid of all of this, these piles. There's a couple of piles here. I want to get down here. I'll show you in a second how I was able to line up a nice pile of brush all the way down. And so we're just going to get started. Lots of work to do. Got a few hours to get this done, and then I'm going to pick up some prickly pear. All right, we're all cleaned up here, sort of. I'll come back in here and I'll get the bushwhacker probably this weekend, cut down some of the smaller stuff, maybe chop up some of the stuff that's already laying on the ground a little bit more. This stuff is already like really dry and break. Every time you step on it, it breaks in little pieces, so that's good for the ground. I'll give you a quick pan of how we're doing here. And again, I got a few little things I want to do a little bit later, but I have to get going. So I want you all to have a happy new year and a safe new year, and don't do what I wouldn't do. So we'll see you next week, and yeah, I'll just give you that quick pan before we get out of here. So again, happy new year.